busy all day, doing nothing. You guys, like, see me at my worst, and I'm just gonna have to accept that. Like, it is what it is. Like, I have a responsibility to maintain, you know what I'm saying? Like, I say I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it. Like, I'm not gonna, because I'll push it back forever. I will push it back forever. Like, if I really sit here and I try to make excuses, And I saw a comment today on, like, a video that was, like, talking about how, like, somebody was refreshing because it was like, like, this is nice to see because I'm tired of, like, the baggy clothes moms and da-da-da-da, blah, 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 and this, that, and everything else. And it's just like, I hope I'm not that guy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? Like, low-key, just, like, this much. Like, I'm not that guy. But I'm gonna put my titties away so I can sit like a normal person. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you. Honestly, like, these videos would legit be so unhinged if I didn't live in this apartment building and, like, have to, like, if I was like if the isolation was real, I promise you these videos would be so unhinged. I can't even begin to imagine the kind of things that would happen in these videos, and I'm me. You know what I mean? So, like, that's how you know. That's how you know. It's hot in here. I kind of want to change my shirt too. Just because, like, I just don't want to wear this. Like, this manly ass long sleeve shirt. Okay. Now that my titties are away and I can be fucking normal for once. First of all, look at my new lock screen. How cute. All right, and then look at my case. So cute, right? Now I can show you everything that I want to show you in my phone, and hopefully I don't fuck up when I'm trying to do that, because I will. Like, that's very likely to happen. You know what? I know you guys saw, like, my whatchamacallits, or probably saw my shorts, but check it out. These are all the videos I took at the concert. I got a couple of those, Hopefully that focused or whatever. This is, videos at the concert or stuff like that. And then also I was on the train, and like, you're chilling with somebody and they, like, act like you don't exist, so you just notice everything else, or, like, like, when you're, like, just the type of person to just notice a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I was on the train and I found this little sticker under the seat across from us. You feel me? Yeah. Oh, and you guys aren't on my Twitter, but I tweeted the other day. I was like, because I had a steak, I had a steak, and I've never cooked steak before. I'm hot, like, it's hot in here. I'm sorry, I can't function. Like, does anybody, like, I can't, like, does that happen to anybody else? Like, it's so hard. Like, I have so many things that I have to put into, like, stinks when I say stuff. But does anyone else have that problem? Like, you don't realize you're hot until, like, you're really hot? Because I have that issue. Like, it'll be hot and I won't even notice until, like, I do something that makes me hotter. Like, I don't realize I'm hot until, like, I feel like I'm overheating. And, like, I don't know how to describe, like, when I get hot, literally, like, once I get to the point where it's like, all right, at this point, like, I'm too hot, you know? I'll, like, I don't even know. Like, it'll feel like the heat is, like, releasing from my body, or, like, steam is, like, releasing from, like, parts of my body. Like, just now, it was, like, in, like, my, like, middle back, but, like, the upper part of, like, my mid back, and then, like, a little bit on, like, my upper back, like, near my neck. Shit's weird, man. I'm telling you. Oh my fucking god. Oh, never mind. Oh my god. This sheet was so crusty. I had to move it. I couldn't have it in the camera. But I'd much rather sit in here. So we're gonna sit in here. And for a split second, maybe a little longer than a split second, I thought that I broke my light. I thought my light broke. Look, I don't know if you can see. You probably can. But the shit fell out. I was like, you're joking. There's no way it broke that easily. But no. It's got like these. Which direction does this go? I'm pretty sure it goes like this, but I don't really know. I have no idea. I don't remember ever seeing that, so kind of wanna. Okay. Back up, damn. All up in my shit. It's hot in here too. What the fuck? Okay, so here, I think this is my problem. Since we're friends and stuff like that, let me give like a life update real quick. Make sure I don't have any holes. Okay. So, remember that chair, that recliner that I had? I mean, I don't know if you could tell that it's gone, but it's definitely gone. Threw it out the window. Literally. Like, literally threw it over the fire escape. So that's gone because there was mad glass in it. And, like, I mean, it was in the way. So it's like, yeah. So, here's the steak I was talking about. You feel me? And you guys already know I don't really wash dishes. So I didn't wash a fork, I just used a fork. I overcooked the fuck out of this steak. Like when I was making it, I made obviously I made the mashed potatoes, right? And I was making the mashed potatoes before I started making the steak. Obviously, because that's how you gotta do stuff, you know? It's like, it's mashed potatoes. You can't. Takes forever in a day. What is this? Cow ankles? Horse ankles? Pig ankles? What the fuck am I looking at right now? Because they're mad skinny. No. What is this? Something ankles. They're so small. Nah, at this point, these are calf ankles. I don't know what this is. I'll just have eggs. Oh. What is this? Oh, this hot air is really killing me. Like, my love handles and my lower back are just giving off heat. And it's crazy because, like, my skin won't even be hot to the touch. It'll just, like, maybe that's why it feels like that. I don't fucking know, but I don't love this. What am I doing? Oh yeah, so that was my steak. When I was cooking the mashed potatoes, I went to turn them down. And I had the skillet, like the skillet, apparently when you cook a steak, the skillet that you use is supposed to be on high, right? So it could, like, give it a good sear and blah, 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 and cook the steak. So I'm trying to get the skillet nice and hot or whatever. So I'm trying to turn on the potatoes because they keep, like, boiling over. Like, at this point, I had the potatoes boiling for at least, like, a solid 30 minutes, maybe more. So I was like, okay, let me turn the potatoes down a little bit because they're basically cooked. Like, I checked them, like, once or twice before I decided to turn them down, and they were, like, basically soft at that point. So I was like, let me turn these bitches down, and yeah, because they keep boiling over. I don't need that. Like, I don't know, it just wasn't necessary for them to cook so hot. Like, it doesn't need to be boiling dumb hard for it to, you know, for the potatoes to cook and be soft and stuff like that. So, especially since they're basically already cooked and it's boiling over. So, like, let me turn it down and chill out. I ended up turning down the heat underneath the skillet for my steak. So I turned that shit down to like 3 or 4. So yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know exactly what took place in that moment, but it was crazy. Cause like both of them were like, I think I turned the potatoes to, I think, like 8, and I turned the skillet was on like 3. So I feel like I meant to have the skillet on like an 8 or a 7, and the potatoes on like a 3. I don't really remember wanting to turn them down that low, but it was on 3. Like, I remember specifically it was on 3, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? So yeah, I put the steak in the pan, and I didn't realize that I turned down the wrong one until I put the steak in the pan, and it didn't sizzle, pop, nothing. Yeah, so I cooked it like extra long on one side because it was sticking to the pan, and I remember the directions clearly stated. It's not done. Once it's not sticking to the pan anymore, then you can flip it. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't think those directions applied to me anymore because I fucked it up. So I fucked up my steak, and then I flipped it, and it was like a bowl shape, because you know when you cook meat and it turns into like a bowl, so it was like a bowl shape, so the whole other side wasn't really touching too crazy. And then I threw it in the oven too, just in case, and overcooked it. It tasted good, it had good flavor, but it was very well done. It was like, I don't know what is past well done, you know, besides like overcooked, but like in terms of like rare, medium rare, well done, I don't know what would be. Just step or two above that, because that's where it was. Potatoes came out really fucking good though. Potatoes came out mad good. And I still have milk. I don't drink milk, but I had to buy milk. I had to. I'm not gonna lie. I would have replaced it with something else, but I had to get some cheap. I got a little thing, a little baby thing of whole milk, I think. I used to love milk. I should probably get back into milk. Like, I gotta stop being a bitch. Or do I? Because I probably don't. But I got milk. And I still have some. And I still have potatoes. And it's like, living by yourself is so hard. It really is. Like, no cap. I basically made an agreement. Like, I want to cook for other people. Actually, I don't know. Like, I as much as I like cooking, I don't know. It just hasn't been, like, okay, check this out, right? I basically agreed to, like, start sending meals off, like, a couple days ago, and just thinking about cooking for somebody else, like, was so exciting. I was, like, excited to cook, and I was like, oh my god, like, this is gonna be fun, you know what I mean? And, like, it was just nice. It's like, I want to cook for people other than me, you know? Because it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure having to cook for yourself and just for yourself. Like, it's odd a little bit. Like, I kind of do appreciate the fact that I can just order groceries on DoorDash, but at the same time, am I really going to be just DoorDashing? Like, that's my thing is, if you don't want your food to go bad, and, like, y'all see how much space I have, like, it's really, like, I can't really have too big of a variety of stuff, so it's like, if you don't want it to go bad, and you don't want to be, like, eating what you buy, and then buying new shit within, like, 3 days, or 4 days, like, that's too much. Like, I don't want to have to I don't know, I have to figure something out. I just remembered I have romaine hearts in my fridge. So I'm not crazy. So if you just, I make a lot of faces and stuff, don't worry, you know? I don't want to stress you out, but that was, I remembered, and I talked about it the other day, I've had these romaine hearts forever. Like, I don't even know. Actually, no. I just bought them. Because I was thinking I got them when I got the milk and the potatoes and stuff like that, but I didn't. I got them like what's today? Monday? I got them like Friday, I think. So that's fine. I think that's fine. Shit, I don't know what to say. Cause I got asparagus is what I got. With that other order. My vegetable I got was asparagus. Yeah. This setup is actually so cute. I just, like, it's really cute. A little bit disorganized. And the fact that it's disorganized obviously is an issue because it's a really small space. And I don't particularly like being disorganized, but it is a lot easier to deal with when you have more space. Like, when you can consolidate something that takes up a lot of space to, like, its own space instead of it spilling into, like, the space, so you have to really, like, maneuver around it and, like, dodge it and all this other stuff. It's a lot less, like, problematic. Like, I'm telling you, so much was problematic. Like, be so much easier to fix. Like, just dip into it or just ignore it. Like, you could ignore that shit. You could ignore that shit until you have to, like, you know, obviously, like, okay, like, I need X, Y, and Z. I need, like, to wash, like, X, Y, and Z, so I'm gonna wash X, Y, and Z and a couple other things, you know? Like you don't have to tackle it until you feel like it. You know what I mean? Like that's just so freeing. It's so freeing. It's so freeing. It is. You know what? Let's podcast it up. Let's talk minimalism. Okay? I've thought about being minimalistic. I've been thinking about being minimalistic. I've been mentioning it is because like I don't like having a lot of clothes. Like I do on one hand, but I really don't. Like it's a lot. Like I low key, I feel like it would be nice to just have like I don't know. I really wouldn't mind wearing like the same shit every day. Like leggings, yoga pants. Obviously, it might eventually kind of get to me, or it might get to me a little bit if like, you know, I want to be cute. Like it's hard, like, cause I still want to look like cute. Like I still want to switch it up. Like I don't necessarily want to wear the same shit every day. If it fits really good, maybe. Maybe if it fits really good, maybe. Like having a solid like 2 weeks worth of like shirts and like pants for each season, obviously, and then having like pajamas. I feel like that's a lot more doable because then like at the end of the week, it's like a very consolidated set of like items, especially like small items. Like if it's not like, you know, sweatpants and all this other stuff, and instead it's like fleece leggings, those are a lot easier to wash. Like they take up a lot less space, and then it's just like a load or two of laundry at the end of the week, and I like that. I don't like how I don't like doing laundry. I feel like I just feel wasteful. You know what I mean? Because it's like I want to get my clothes clean. Like I feel like it just is gonna bother me if I don't. Because it's like I'm putting all the dirt from all of these different items into a batch of water and spreading it throughout the items, and then like just, you know, diluting it. I don't know. Like I feel like sometimes you need extra washes. Like with my towels, especially, I can't just wash my towels once every single time. My washcloths, I can't wash my washcloths one time. I have to wash my washcloths like twice, at least. You know? So it's like I don't like it. You know? I kind of almost really want to commit to dead ass being minimalistic when it comes to like my clothes. Cause it's a lot. Like it's an eyesore. 1, it's a chore. 2, and 3, I just feel like it's kind of wasteful. Like around the house stuff, you don't have to wash that often because it's just in the house. You know, like this Snuggie thing, like I could wash that, wear it, hang it up. Even though I'm messy, so like I be making messes, man. I do. I need to get it together. But yeah, hang that shit up. Wear sweaters around the house or whatever, which I honestly I never do. Sweats. I could wear sweats around the house. That I would do. I'll rewear some sweats. As long as you wear underwear with them, you're straight. You know? And then another thing is having company. Like y'all remember that dude? Like having company, not even like having company or going to other people's houses really like, especially like if it's not, even if it is, but especially if it's not like, you know, if you both aren't like up here with it, you know what I'm saying? Like it really makes you appreciate it being by yourself, like and being in your own space. You know what I mean? Cause I can maintain the ecosystem in here. I hate hosting. Like I much rather, like as much as I don't like going to other people's houses, depending on the house. Like if like I don't like going to other people's houses, but it's so much easier going to somebody else's house, being a guest in their house, And then coming home, washing it all off, and being back in your space the same way you left it. Love that. Love that. Oh my god. I hate hosting. I really do. I wouldn't if it was easier, but it's not. It isn't. I don't like it. I hate having people in my house. I do. It's not worth it. Like, you gotta pay me. If you want to come to my house and you want me to shut up and let you do whatever you want the whole time, like, if you're just a sloppy ass, you know, like, if you're gonna learn, if you're gonna correct yourself eventually, like, you know, it takes time, but, like, eventually, when you notice it, like, you'll know. When it clicks for you, it'll click for you, or whatever. If that's what you want me to leave you alone and be calm about it, like, be happy about it, like, not have it cause me any problems, like, me not have any qualms, you gotta pay me. You have to pay me. Period. You have to pay me money. Fuck buying me the supplies. I mean, yeah, buy me the supplies or take me to go buy them, but you have to pay me, and you gotta pay me extra. If I have to buy the supplies, you have to pay me extra. That's another fee. That I'll be cool with. That'll be cool, as long as you can either have a good conversation or you gotta bring something to the table other than money, though. I feel like it's not a given. I feel like that's a given, but listen, everybody has unique experiences. Definitely. But yeah, you want to not bother me? You gotta pay me. That's the only way. Because if I'm cleaning up after you and I'm hanging out with you, I'm letting you fuck up my space. That's gonna cost some money. Yeah. We're lit. Like, I could literally just sit here and just, like, I don't know what you call videos where you don't actually, like, I can't tell if this is from last night or not. I think it is, but at the same time, I can't really tell. Yeah, because this venue looks completely different. Whatever, I don't really care that much. Last night was, like, I had a good time. I had a good time. It was quality, you know what I'm saying? It didn't stink. The fans seemed like a good time. It seemed like, you know, everybody there was supporting. You know, everybody in there loved R&B. Feel me? We loved Eric Bellinger. Everybody was fucking with Zay, and it fucked with me, cause, like, obviously, like, I went there for both. I went for both. 100%. I was so hype when I found out that Zay France and Eric Bellinger were going on tour together, and it was their tour, like the Tour Down. Mainly Eric, because it was the Rebirth tour, but it is the Rebirth tour. But him and Zay, that's the only people they have. It's theirs. Like, Zay France is up for, like, he was on the stage. I'd have to say he was on stage for like 2 hours. And then Eric Bellinger came out. He was out for 2 hours too. Or an hour. I don't remember because I feel like it was over at like 11. Soon as I get home, I'ma make it up. I'ma make it up. I'ma make it up. I know I've been busy, but tonight I got time. Today I got time. Yeah, Zay was out. Concert started at 8. He didn't get off the stage until about 9:40. And then Eric came out at like 9:50 type. And then it was over at like 11, I think. Okay. Yep. Yep, it was over at 11, about 05. They did their thing. They did their shit. The mics were on. The vocals were vocaling. Okay? The fits were changing and fitting. Alright? It was giving. It gave. It gave. They both looked exactly the same in person. Zay seemed like Zay. Eric seemed like Eric. I had a good time. Definitely had a good time. I started to get cold towards the end. I was at the back with the bar and stuff like that. And you know what's crazy? I definitely didn't see anybody pay for their drinks. But I don't know anything about an open bar. But everybody was drunk. It was mainly a bunch of drunk black people. So it was cool because they played like, you know, playing oldies but goodies. And that's about all I'm saying. It was a good time. I might potentially start going to more concerts because I like that. That was a vibe. That was a vibe. I got the last ticket. I don't know if I said that yesterday, but I got the last ticket. I was the last one. Last ticket. My ticket. Okay? You're welcome. I sold niggas out. My ticket. I got my ticket like Thursday, I think. Yeah. It was very close. I was going to be upset if they sold out and I didn't get to get a ticket, bro. I was gonna be upset. But it was lit. I never sit on this couch without the sheet. I'm ready for a second couch. I'm gonna put y'all on a tee. I've been trying to get a job. I've been trying to get a job. It's hard. Nobody wants me, you know? Because, like, you can't be honest. You can't be honest on your job applications. You can't be honest with people. They don't want you telling the truth. And I don't like that. Like, I worked at Chili's. Every single job I've ever had, I didn't keep it. Like, I worked at McDonald's. Longest I ever worked anywhere was when I was working at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's for probably about 5 months, 4 or 5 months. Okay? I quit that job. I quit that job. But I was like 16. I was tired of it, you know. It was just, didn't really fit my lifestyle or, like, you know, my life. It didn't really fit. It wasn't really doing it for me. And they would always schedule me. I was still in school, you know, and they would schedule me to work like during school hours, and I was like, yo, I'm still in high school. Can you relax? Take it down a notch, okay? I told you my availability when I applied for the job, you know, but they love me. They love me. They tried to get me to come back. Didn't go back. I was over it at that point. I quit so I go to a July 4th party. Like, I didn't really care about the job. I didn't really want the job anymore. It wasn't worth it. Yeah. Which is crazy, because I worked, like, close to, like, every day. It wasn't giving. Like, it wasn't. I'm not gonna go into detail too much today, like, right now. But it wasn't working for me. So I quit. And then I worked at Goodwill for like a month or two. That was a situation that is tied into a whole story. Worked there for about a month. I got fired cause I went in like late or something like that. But that job was making me sick. Like, I didn't live with my parents at the time. I lived with my aunt. And that Goodwill was so dusty. It had me breaking out in hives. It was either hives or I was getting like eczema on my face, and it looked crazy. It was just a crazy situation. And then basically straight from that, I went to Job Corps. I was there for like 6.5 months exactly, and I got term on some bullshit. Dead ass, I got term on some bullshit. Like, I can't, like, no interview wants you to tell the truth, so it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? Do you want me to just not include my work history, or do you want me to lie? Like, I'm not big on lying. I'm really not. Please don't ask me to come into your establishment and lie. I don't like that. Please don't ask me to come into your establishment and twist the truth, spin the truth. I don't want to do that. If I was interested in doing that, I would have a job already. Like, those situations probably would have never taken place. You know what I mean? Like, if that was the case, I would sit here and lie about how long I was working at these places and make myself look better. I would already be lying in my resume. I wouldn't just lie when you ask me, like, oh, why did you lose your job? Why did you, like, what happened at your other job? Da 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 da. Don't ask me to lie. Thank you. That was some bullshit. I got turned on some bullshit. Some other girl threatened me, and they said I was trespassing, even though I wasn't, for real. Like, it really wasn't nothing they should have turned me for. And then I did my fact-finding board, and I went back, and they turned me again for saying the F word. But I was outside. All I did was say the F word, and they turned me. Like, literally. It was so crazy. Such a ridiculous fucking scenario. So, I'll tell you exactly what I said. So let's say his name, because it was a problem with the principal. Let's say his name was Johnson, okay? He was a problematic ass man, all right? He was fucking annoying and very disrespectful. Like, he was straight up, he was an asshole. Like, he was literally an asshole. Legit. Like, full on. He was weird to me. He did very weird things to me, and he was not a nice person. So, I was late this one day coming back from lunch, and like when we were late to trade, it wasn't too big a deal, but it's like, you like the instructor made you do other stuff besides, like, I was in carpentry, right? So like the instructor would make you do other stuff besides like just get back to work. Like you would get, like, you know, get a little um disciplinary action like in the class. It wasn't that big a deal. um it probably was like against the rules to be late, but it's like every, you know, situation is different. So, you know, sometimes you get accommodations, sometimes you don't, sometimes you need accommodations. Everything that's appropriate for certain people is not appropriate for other people, you know. So they were a little lenient with stuff like that, but a lot of the staff was very weird. And the way my life is set up, I was coming from a weird situation. So it was like, not that I talked to them about it too much, but the staff was very weird. Extremely. Right. So I was late coming from the cafeteria. I don't remember why. I think I was on like, they have a thing where they make you work in like the cafeteria and stuff like that. Like you're supposed to do it in your first 6 months. They never made me do it. So then they ended up making me do it like later on, or like your first 3 months rather. They never made me do it, so I ended up having to do it later on. I think this was one of those days, or somebody that, yeah, I'm pretty sure this was one of those days. Either that or somebody that I knew was doing it and I was cool with who was doing it. So like I stayed back and I was talking to them for a little bit after lunch. And then I was walking back to the school. Nobody was outside. Literally, I was one of the only people outside. It was me and the two people that I was walking with were the only people outside. We're by the cafeteria. So the cafeteria is its own building. The cafeteria is one building. The school's all the way up here. You gotta walk all the way up this hill, up that hill to get to the school. And the dorm, then the dorm. You know what I mean? So I'm walking all the way from the cafeteria. And we get close to like the end of the cafeteria building. So this is the building. This is the end of the building, blah, blah, blah. We're like right here. And the principal was like in the room or something. And they were like, oh, like the people I was walking with, they were like, oh, like, what if Mr. Knoll was, fuck, I am so fucking bad at shit like this, bro. Whatever. So, Mr. Johnson, I'm so honest, like, it's actually disgusting. Mr. fucking Johnson was looking at you, or like he was saying this or he was saying that. And I was like, bro, fuck Mr. Johnson. Why at that exact moment there was a woman who was like, she was head of something, she was important in some way, shape, or form. She was like the step, like, administrator or whatever the fuck. She was something. Her husband, he worked at the school too. He was something else. I don't remember what he was. I think he was like head of maintenance or some shit. Why the fuck did her husband turn the corner as I was saying, fuck Mr. Johnson? Why is that? And then he fucking snitched on me. And they termed me because I said fuck Mr. Johnson. They weren't even like, oh, why did you say it? Like, you just want to term me so unbelievably bad. What is the problem? Like, he's weird. So yeah, got termed from there on some bullshit. I was making good ass progress. I was making good progress with all the troubles I was dealing with. Even just like at the school, like pertaining to the school and like going to that school, I was making some good ass progress. But no. So they turned me. And then, where'd I go after that? There. And then I came here. Oh, I worked at Amazon. That shit sucked. I worked at Amazon. I was working 11 and a half hour shifts. Okay? Overnight shifts. And, you know, I was moving around a lot. My living situation wasn't very stable. And the people that I ended up moving in with around that time, weirdos. That did not go good. That was not a good time. So, you know, obviously that wasn't a very good time. That wasn't exactly making me feel like, yeah, let's rock out with our fucking cocks out. That's not how that was making me feel. And then, like, working at Amazon was annoying. Like, being in the freezer was dumb hard. I could not be in the freezer for longer than 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. The fridge was annoying. I just, you know, it wasn't really my thing. Didn't love it. Did not love it. Was not my jam. And, like, I don't have trouble with most things. You know, as long as I'm in, like, a decent environment. But, like, nothing about what I had going on was giving me that, like, peace and, like, not dexterity, but, like, like, what am I looking for? I don't know exactly, but, like, if I figure it out, I figure it out. If you figure it out, you figure it out. But we're gonna move on. So, I ended up, like, going on a trip and, like, putting in, like, oh, like, I'm gonna, like, take some time off or whatever. And then I just never went back. So I was working there for, like, and, like, I didn't really like, it was mad shit. Like, I didn't really, So, I worked there for, like, a month, I think. Probably, like, a month, bro. 11.5 hour shifts are killer. She was not lit. So, yeah, I worked there for, like, a month. I worked for a life insurance company. Dude, everything about my life has sucked. Like, it's actually crazy. I worked for a life insurance company. I'm not even gonna fucking get into that. Cause, yeah. I'm not even gonna fucking. That shit was trash. Like, the misconceptions, like, the way I was misled to think that it was actually a good avenue to go down. No, it was not true. It was not a good avenue. Could have been, very much could have been, but the way shit was fucking no. So yeah, worked there for a couple months. Wasn't yeah. So then I worked at Chili's. No, before I worked at the life insurance company, I worked at Chili's, and my last day working at Chili's, they were cleaning. Excuse me. One of the managers was, like, cleaning the fryer. Like, something happened where. Oh, okay. So he was cleaning one of the fryers, but he left it on, I think, and, like, there was still, like, he was only cleaning one for some reason. So he was cleaning one fryer, and it overflowed into, like, the other two fryers. So he drained the other fryers. Like, he drained all of them, but he didn't, like, rinse them out or, like, wash them out for real. And he just, like, filled them back up with oil. And so, like, he was frying food, and there was still, like, suds from the fryer cleaner stuff in the fryers, like, in the oil. So I was like, I'm not serving that to customers. I'm also not gonna cook in it so that you can serve it to customers. So I just left. Like, I said something. I tried to get him not to do it before he did it. He didn't want to listen to me. And then they kept trying to get me to do shit. And I was like, bro, I'm not participating in this. Like, they were like, oh, cook. Like, drop some chicken tenders. No, I'm not cooking in that. What the fuck? And then, so they were like, okay, whatever. So bag the orders. And like, if not, I was like, I'm not gonna do that either. You're wilding. So I left. I dipped. I was like, fuck that shit. I'm not doing that. And I left. I was like, I'm not gonna stand here and watch you do it. You know, I'm gonna leave. So I did. And then they were like, oh yeah, you know, we had to fire you. But they're closed now. They ain't shut down. Or so I heard. I heard they shut down. That was some wild shit. Like, there was way more than just stuff like that going on at that Chili's. That shit was toxic and crazy. So, yeah, we're not even gonna get into that for real. But I worked there for like a month and a half. And like, that was around the time I got punched in my face too. And that was like when I first moved in here, which y'all probably already know. I started working at Chili's within the first 3 or 4 months of me living in this apartment. And then within a month, like in May, I think he punched my face. And then it was like, all right, well, I have a stalker now, so I can't really be going outside and coming back all by myself, especially on a schedule, you know, because that's kind of what got me stalked the last time. So, yeah. So I just didn't work until I found a job. That job with the life insurance company. And then after that, I don't think I had any jobs. So I'm trying to get a job. Because I'm sick and tired of being in the house all day. And I want my own money. You know, I want more money. I want more money. I mean, because like, having people buy stuff for you is like nice and all. Like, it's cool and everything. But it's like, I want more. You know, like, it's really not that cool. I have some other things to say about it. That I'm not gonna say right now. But yeah. Yeah, I want money. I want money. I like stuff. I'm a creative person. I like to spend my money. You know what I mean? Got a lot of things. Like, y'all, like, shit. But it's like my resume looks so bad. And then it's like I hate interviews. Like, I hate them. I don't like them. I'm not competitive. I'm not competitive in like a toxic kind of way. Like, I just, like, interviews are not my thing. I don't like them. You know, like, it just feels like too much pressure and too much judgment. And it's like, I don't like feeling like I have something to prove. Like, I already know that I need to do a good job. I already know that there's things that I need to learn and there's things that I need to get better at. And, you know, people are counting on me and I have to do this and I have to do that. I'd rather just live in that reality instead of sitting here and forcing myself to act like I have something to prove. Like, there's a difference between, you know, communicating, staying on top of your stuff, telling your boss what's going on, this and that, your boss communicating with you, all types of other stuff, and being, like, performative. Because it's like, that's genuinely, like, not my personality. So it's like, if I'm gonna come off funny, because, like, I just don't like it. Like, it's not, I don't like it. Like, it is what it is. I don't feel like it's personalized enough for me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, realistically, you can't tell the truth. And I don't appreciate, like, it's really not that, it's a job. You know? Like, it's a job. Like, not to like downplay it, but like at the same time, like, it's a job. I need a job. I'm gonna get it done. Like, it's not, I don't even know. I don't even know. It's not a romantic relationship or something. It's not sex. It's a job. You know what I mean? So it's like I just don't really have that much of a choice. I have to get a job. It's not, I don't get to do whatever job I want, and I don't want to have to sit here and make shit up as to why I want this job. Like, I'm gonna do a good job. I'm gonna have good energy. I'm gonna do all that. But like, I can't really sit here and be honest with you about that because it's an interview. Like, I can't be myself. I can't. And I don't like that. You know, like, I'm awkward. I'm awkward in situations like that because it's like I can only halfway be myself, and then the rest of it I have to like act how I'm supposed to act. You know what I mean? So it's like there are certain things I'm allowed to do and I'm not allowed to do. Like, I can't really make jokes too much, or I can't, you know, like, there's rules that you have to follow, and certain, like, just it's just very like blocks of things that you have to do, and I'll do it. I'm cool with that. Whatever. But it's like, yeah, they just ask for too much. I don't like it. I don't like interviews. I really don't. They feel very performative. They feel judgy. They feel like a lot of pressure. And like, not in a good way either. Like, I don't like feeling like I'm under pressure. Like, that's different. Like, if I'm doing something that's important, I don't have to feel pressure for that. Like, I'm not necessarily gonna feel pressure. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I really don't. So yeah, I just don't like it. It just feels like a bad start to a long journey, and you know, it fucks it up for me. So I don't know where I want to work. I don't know what job I'm gonna get because my resume is embarrassing. You're not allowed to tell the truth, so it's like they're just judging me because I can't hold down a fucking job. God damn it. Maybe I should write a cover letter, but I feel like even if I write a cover letter, like, I can't be honest. Like, I'm just gonna have to, like, what am I supposed to say? There's no way, because like, no matter how I lie or try to flip it, it's not gonna come off right. Like, if I sit here and I try to say like, oh, I don't like staying in one place for too long, but when I find the right place, like, no, that looks bad. That, I feel like that does not look good at all. It doesn't sound good. Like, yeah, I just wanted to up and leave these jobs, so I did. Like, there's some people that'll probably think that's okay. There's maybe companies that'll be okay with that, but for the most part, that's not cool. Like, that's not really, that's a little, you know, like, that's not something that you really want to, I don't know, like, well, there's no way to flip it. Like, I really don't know what the fuck. I hate stuff like that. Like, just let me do the fucking job. Just please. Just let me do it. Like, what is all this? What is all this extra shit? I feel like a science experiment. I feel like I'm under scrutiny. And it's tailored for me to fail. That's how I feel. That's how it makes me feel. That's what it's giving. Please stop. Please stop. I can't take this. Like, no matter what I do, it's already set in stone. The answer at the end is no. There's nothing for me to do. Please stop. Have mercy on me. So, yeah. They don't love that. But I want a job so bad. I want a job so bad. Like, I want to work. I do. Like, I'm weird. And this is like the second time in my life I've really like had this feeling. You know what I'm saying? And I like it. I do. I like to do stuff. I really do. So the fact that I haven't heard back from anybody yet is I kind of like that, because like, it's giving me time to really, because this isn't a fleeting thing, and it's like, I don't want to feel like this and then, you know, get an interview like the next day and have it go bad, or have, you know, my anxiety fucking leap out of me and put me on a leash and just tell me all types of stuff, or get in my way, or hold a cloud over me, or kind of take away my excitement. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want the interview to come like as soon as I want to do this and fuck me up, you know, or get responses back that are like no, 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 and it just be hard. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I like the fact that it's giving me time to really, you know, get comfortable with how I'm feeling, really solidify like how I'm feeling and what I want, you know, instead of like something discouraging, or, you know, just shit that's literally completely stopped me in my tracks and completely basically stopped me from being able to do what it is that I am fiending for, you know what I mean? So yeah, I want a job. I do. I want to work. I do. You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to take nail tech classes. I feel like only thing, right, is if I were to be, I feel like being a nail tech would be cool on one hand, but on the other hand, trust me when I say I have no issues working with other people. I always feel like I'm talking to you guys for the first time. You know, like I feel like I always talk to you like you don't know what I'm talking about. And I don't like that. I'm gonna, you know, once this becomes more of like a fluid thing, I'm probably gonna stop doing that. But I don't, and at the same time, like, it's a professional thing, because it's like, I don't want anybody getting a wrong idea and like make myself like look bad, even though like I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's just like, I'm not saying anything wrong anyway, but it's like, I don't think the actually working with people aspect of it would be that great. I feel like there's too much room for like weird stuff, you know, 'cause like if you try to rob me, like if you try to walk off without paying, like that's not lit. And then it's like, I have to hold your hand and I have to file on your hand, and then it's like, you know, obviously like going through the class and all the other stuff is gonna prepare me for stuff like that, and I don't doubt my capabilities, but like at the same time, like I don't want to fuck it up, you don't want to fuck it up, but like the fumes, the dust, the just having to sit with people, you know, like it's just a lot. Like I feel like it would just be a lot. I mean, I might like it, don't get me wrong, it might be fun, definitely has potential to be fun and be more like what's the word I'm looking for, involved, but like not involved. Like I don't think that's the correct word. Like that's like the ambiance of what I'm trying to say, but it's not like involved. But I don't know. Interactive? I don't know. So it's like maybe like I could do like press-ons. But it's like the whole thing about being a nail tech is like to do people's nails. But it's like I really don't. I don't like like y'all already know. I don't like hosting. I don't want to have to talk to you. Like if you could just come in and we both just act like you're just getting your nails done. Like I don't want to feel like I have to have a conversation with you. Like if we have a conversation, we have a conversation. But at the same time, like I'm not really. I can't just talk to strangers like we're already friends all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't want to do that. I'm not interested in any of that. Like, I'll do you a service. Maybe I could listen to your problems. I don't really know if that's like, I don't know. That's probably a bit much too. It's very personal. And I don't want you to feel away after you overshare or anything like that. You know what I mean? I just don't want to make it. I don't want it to be any sort of uncomfortable experience. Like I don't just want you to be feeling the silence with personal details or anything like that. So I don't know, but I also do feel like it'll be fun. Like I want to do, I want the skill realistically of like doing nails and like stuff like that. But it's like I could just make press-ons. I could just do a press-on business, or I could just take the class, just to take it. And then it's like if I randomly ever want to do nails and stuff like that, I'm licensed. You know. So yeah, like that's like an easy class to do. Not easy, but like at the same time, like it's not very time consuming, and it's like, I feel like it would be fun. So I kind of want to do that, just to have it under my belt, and then do it every so often. So I stay in practice and stuff like that. But it's the fumes for me. Whatever though. What else? I don't know. I'm getting tired, which makes no sense because I slept all day. I slept all day. I woke up after 3. I think. Woke up after 3 today. And it's like 12 now. So it hasn't even been 12 hours. And I feel like realistically you should be up for about at least 12 hours. Probably more than 12, probably more like 16. And I'm not even at 12 hours yet. And I already know if I go to sleep now, I'm not gonna sleep through the night. So it's a big ass tattoo. I'm thirsty. I don't know if you just saw what was on my screen, so I'm not gonna say what I had to say about it. I'm not gonna say that. Shit. Yeah, I want money. And to start doing my own nails. Like, I got a couple things to say. I'm not gonna say them all. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna do them, because apparently real G's move in silence like lasagna, and you're not supposed to say stuff out loud. You're just supposed to do it. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's fun. Sometimes it does feel better to just do stuff and not say it. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is, but I'm gonna just do it instead of saying it. I'm gonna do it. And then if it doesn't happen, nobody's gonna know. How would they know? So let's fucking talk about how before we even went to see about the hamsters, right? Before we even went to see about the hamsters, we ordered shit from Petco, right? The day before we were gonna go get the hamster in the first place, we placed the order for multiple different items from Petco. Okay? For same day delivery, which translates to next day delivery because it was like 7 o'clock when we were ordering the stuff. So it was like, oh, same day delivery, blah, blah, blah. But it's gonna come tomorrow. Like, it'll arrive tomorrow. So we're like, cool, bet. So we ordered what? Food, snacks, a water bottle, a food dish, and like vitamins for her water and bedding, right? Tell me why, right? The next day, a driver apparently comes, rings my bell, okay? Comes upstairs, has 3 bags in his hand. 2 of the bags look the same, and there's a little baby bag, right? So I look at him, and it doesn't look right. It automatically doesn't look right, right? So I look at him, I grab it. As soon as I grab the bags, he turns around and fucking daddles out of my building, okay? Runs out of my building. So I'm just in there like, well, damn. And I look at the stuff in my hand. Why do I have 2 bags of dog food? 2 of the same bags of dog food and the treats that we ordered. So I was like, these are pretty big. These are about the size of like what food and bedding should be. But that's very obviously not hamster food and hamster bedding. So it's like, yeah, look at it. It's dog food. So like, okay. And then it's got somebody else's name on it too. Like the treats had the right name for the order on it. And then the dog food had somebody else's name. So I was like, what the fuck? Right? And then I go on the intercom and I try to stop him. I'm like, wait. He turns right back around and leaves. I was like, bro, can you did you not just leave from here? Like, why the fuck? Like, that was so stupid. That was so dumb to me. So fucking just, what the fuck? So, I was like, what the fuck? And then another driver comes, right? And he brings me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Right? So he has another bag of stuff. And the bedding and other stuff's aren't in it. So I stop him and I'm like, hey, another driver just came, and another Petco delivery person just came and dropped off somebody else's order, and I didn't get my other items. And he was like, oh, like that has nothing to do with me, blah blah blah, da 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 da. So I was like, didn't you just come from like the same Petco as him? Like, you can't get in contact with them? And he was like, oh, like I work for DoorDash, like DoorDash told me this and that, da da da, I don't work for Petco. So I was like, you work for fucking DoorDash? How do you work for DoorDash? What are you talking about? I ordered from Petco and you work for DoorDash? What? I didn't DoorDash. I could have DoorDashed this order if that was the case. I didn't need to order it from Petco. I didn't DoorDash this. I ordered it off from Petco directly. What the fuck is this? Right? So he's like talking. He was, when I tell you, he was talking to me like I was so fucking stupid. And it's like, people do that shit all the time. And it's like, even if I do look stupid, somehow, some way, I just look dumb, or something about my face fucks up your ability to comprehend English, and chill the fuck out. I don't care. Like, that has nothing to do with my actual personality and what actually came out of my mouth. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is, but so he was pissing me off. He was useless. So I closed the door. Closed the fucking door, and I told babe to call. I was like, listen, you gotta call them about our order, because this is insane. You know what I mean? So he calls them, and they're on bullshit. Apparently they are on bullshit, right? So we ordered a 4-ounce bottle. Like, I sent him a 4-ounce thing. We got a 16-ounce water bottle, and then we did end up getting everything. they sent it in two orders again for some reason. So we got, what was it? I think the bedding and the food in one like order, or like the bedding by itself, and then they sent us 2 food dishes and 2 vitamin drops because he fucked up and he didn't know what we got, and he told them that you know, he couldn't get in contact with me when he was calling them. So and yeah, you know, shit was crazy. Now we gotta figure out this whole shit with the hamsters and everything, and I just don't want a boy. Like, I just don't want a boy hamster. Like, what is the issue? And I'm never gonna breed my hamsters. Like, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on this channel. I would never. I just, you know, like, it's one thing. Even still, like, I just wouldn't. It doesn't feel right giving my pets to each other, or, you know, giving my female animals to a male animal. You know what I mean? Cause like it just feels very not thought out, and it doesn't give satisfactory relationship. It gives settling, and you know, I just don't ever want to do that to my female animals. Even if, like, realistically, even if it gets to the point where like my female animals are like OD horny, sex with male animals is not satisfactory. So it's like, it's not gonna do anything for her to have a man. Like, don't get me wrong, obviously, you know, maybe potentially there are healthy animal relationships out there. Maybe there are animals out there who, you know, dick their female counterparts down proper and shit. But realistically, if I just set you up with some random bloke, that's not the same thing as finding true love. And I don't want to risk it. I really don't. Like, I'm not about to buy you so I can want to give you back. That's not what I'm interested in. You know, and I'm not interested in breeding my animals. Like, I don't want my female pets to have subpar sex. You know what I mean? Or anything like that. So, yeah, like, I'm cool off the boys. Like, y'all can have the boys. I don't want them. I'm not necessarily discriminating. I just don't want boys anymore. Like, I just want a girl hamster. Like, I'm a girl, I want a girl hamster. It is what it is. And that's it. I want a normal size girl hamster, not a regular size female hamster. So we can be besties and shit. I don't see what the problem is. So yeah, I'm excited. I've never had a girl hamster before, like a big one. Now I gotta figure out where they even fucking sell them. And that's not, I don't think that's gonna be fun. Yo, oh my god. Have you guys seen this like woman on Twitter who like moved into like the disgusting apartment in like London or whatever, and she's just been cleaning it? up coming kind of late. That was just so crazy to me. Like, what do you mean you're from DoorDash? Like, literally, what are you talking about? I don't know. That shit was so crazy though. Retweet if you've ever eaten hot chocolate powder. I've eaten hot chocolate powder. I've also eaten, like, I've taken an oatmeal packet, like this, and just like put water in it and ate it. I've also just eaten the packet. This shit is busting. And it lasts. Like, this is a good snack. Trust. If you're a little bit slow, it might not be a good idea for you to eat this because you literally might just breathe it in on accident. But if you trust yourself, for a good reason, you know, by all means. But be careful though, because you definitely, it is pretty easy to breathe this shit in. I don't know about y'all, but when I like pour stuff in my mouth and like shake this in my mouth and like stuff like that, I cover my throat with the back of my tongue, like completely. Stop up the whole back of my mouth with the back of my tongue. I don't know if y'all do that, but I would definitely recommend it. You don't just want the flakes rolling down into your fucking esophagus. Shimmying your way. This is actually so good. I haven't done this in a long ass time. This that shit. I don't know who came up with this. Oh, I did. But yeah, I don't know who made this. They did the thing. Empty delicious cocoa into mug. It is delicious. Honestly, what is 8 ounces of hot water doing for you? Like, this is so much more enjoyable than making this in hot chocolate. Only satisfying way to drink hot chocolate is to use multiple packets and a lot more than 8 ounces of hot water. I want a fat serving of hot chocolate. Like this is basically 8 ounces. What am I doing with that? Like, that's such a waste. Also, I have to tell this man that he he needs to get a water bottle for when he comes over here. Because I'm tired of this. Extremely. We're gonna empty some waters into a water bottle for you. And that's gonna be your water bottle. Because I'm tired of these water bottles floating around my apartment. Whose is this? I have not drank a single fucking water bottle straight like this since I got that fucking pack. And when he comes here, I finished all my waters. No, the fuck you did not. No, you fucking didn't. Now you're not allowed to touch my fucking water anymore because I'm tired of you. That ass is over for you. Like, I'm about to send him a fucking voice note. Listen. You need to pick up a water bottle before you come here this weekend. Because I'm not about to do this back and forth with the water bottles any fucking more. You're going to get a water bottle and you're going to pour water in it either before you get here or after you get here. Because I'm done with this water bottle bullshit. That's going to be your fucking water. So all the water bottles floating around my apartment, I swear to God, are going to be mine. Fucking A, man. 24 ounces. I feel like 24 ounces should be good. 24 or 64? 64 ounces is how many water bottles? I don't know. I kind of like this, though. I want this. Ooh. I want this, but at the same time, I really don't like water bottles like this because, like, they're annoying to clean. But I would much rather... What the fuck is this? You didn't hear that. But I would much rather have, like, hella water than, like, not really have that much water. But, like, cleaning these is annoying. You know, like, what am I going to soak it in to clean it? Like, I like the fact that it has a straw. Only reason I would buy it is because it has a straw. This one doesn't have a straw. It just has on a screw cap. Yes, so I want the purple one. Water bottles are so boring. Like, I need a little pizzazz when I drink my water, you know? I need that oomph. You know what I'm saying? I need that in my life. So, I'm about to end this video and immediately start another one. But this next one that I start, I'm gonna upload like in a couple of days. Like, what's today? Tuesday. I'll probably upload this next one on like Friday or something. And then if I want to make another video like throughout this week, like a shorter one, I'll do that. But this next video, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, just so you know, is gonna be me cleaning up. I'll probably have on like music or like a video. I might play a video on TV and just like do my shit and have it on the background and then talk to you when I feel like it. So I feel like that just fits better, like that makes more sense with the way I do stuff, you know what I mean? So it's like, y'all got a warning right now, y'all know what's coming in that video, like you know what's coming, I know what's coming, you know what's coming, fair warning, it is what it is. And then throughout the week, you know, we Gucci. And yeah, this is a big one. This is a pretty big one. I hope that this is like one of the biggest. I probably won't wash the dishes though, because I am having my eczema it still hasn't fucking gone away. Like, this flare up has been going on for months now at this point. And honestly, I really need to hunker down and get it to go away. I really need to get gloves for when I'm cleaning things and stuff like that, because that's part of why I don't really do it, because it's like I don't like cleaning stuff with my eczema. Like, it gives me like, it makes me feel like I have like contamination OCD, but it's like, it's really not OCD. It's just like I just don't want everything in my eczema or in my body, within my bloodstream. So, you know what I mean? Anything that I could clean with the gloves that I have, like in my bathroom, like, so like I'll probably clean like, you know, my bathroom sink, my tub, and then to mop, I don't really need to touch anything. But the dishes are a little bit of a problem. So I'm gonna have to go to the store tomorrow. But yeah, so that's that. Finna clean up. I might never have intros and outros. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just come in. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna come out. Feel me? That's how I'm gonna do it. Come in, come out, whatever. So yeah, you know. Bye.